enough garlic, not enough anything.
Oh, you were on the DOE trip as well? Oh my
Overcooked the
gosh.
pasta probably.
And Angel hair,
Yeah.
it's so fine.
Yeah, they said because it saves the fire, right? You want to keep the fire as long as possible to cook other things. So they bought the angel hair, which is easiest to cook.
And then it just
We had
goes
7,
soggy
between like 4 of
Came
us, we
back
had 7 packs of 500 grams of Asian honey.
I think I still
We
have.
forgot to pack like breakfast and lunch for the next day.
Oh.
So we went on like a 8-hour hike of like no food at all.
Oh my god.
Ayo.
It's so bad.
Oh, you've done it as well. Where did you do your DOE?
It's like Snake River's like down.
Oh, yeah. Oh my gosh, you have no food.
I was on like 2 hours of food. It's quite bad.
Oh, how did you survive after such a long hike?
Yeah.
Oh, I've tried it.
We've only got water inside.
Yeah,
I have-
my,
I
one
have
of my
an
friends
empty
bought
glass.
oats for breakfast. I never really eat oats before. And then usually when you
I'll
make
try that.
porridge is the, you know what they call it, it's like milk and oats. But then Jian, my friend, do you remember Jian?
Yeah.
They were all quite a lot older. I mean, they're my age, so quite a lot older. But he was like, you know, usually you make it with milk, but it'll taste really good with water as well. So we made,
He's
we
very
boiled oats in water and then added honey.
Oh.
I've never eaten something worse for breakfast. I really didn't like it.
Disgusting.
Because it was like undercooked the oats as well, and adding like a bit of honey didn't make anything of a difference.
Oh.
Jan was like, yeah, this is good. This is what I eat for breakfast. And we were all like,
But you survived, okay?
Oh.
Yeah. But that's their porridge, right? We went on the trip to St. Andrews to see the university, right? And then the guy came to play golf, a little bit older man. And he told me, he said, you know, you should eat a little bit porridge for breakfast. Porridge is very good for your health. You know, me as a Chinese, I listen to porridge, I'm already like, oh, so excited.
Where
after-
is it? Let me get
Yeah,
some.
I know. After like 2 weeks, traveling, you say, wow, Chinese porridge is so nice. And then went to the pot and poured the porridge. Still doesn't sound right. Yeah. And then tasted it's old porridge. Yeah. They called it porridge.
Yes.
The oat porridge.
yeah.
Yeah.
And they call the rice porridge
It's totally
congee.
different our porridge, right? What a
Okay.
disappointment.
Did you eat our Chinese congee?
Yeah,
It's the
I make it as
best.
well. It's also quite easy to make. That one, you just put it in the rice cooker with more water and ginger for sure.
Rachel brings it. She
Congee-
makes it
congee-
as well.
Rachel.
Congees, yeah. It's, oh my gosh, it's also like brilliant for like, if I ever get sick,
Yeah, that's the same thing. She does the same
Number
thing.
Yeah.
2, right?
Brings
It's
it to
very
work.
easy, right? With a rice cooker right nowadays,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Just get it.
It just takes too long.
Rachel
You
was
like
you
telling
do have
us
to wait
the
a bit,
story.
yeah.
Rachel was
Yeah,
telling us
yeah.
the story of when she wasn't well, as you were saying, not hangover or something, but she brought porridge to work, and she brings rice to work anyway. But the boss, who's Northern Irish, he looked at her and he goes, "You're Asian. You really are Asian," because he'd never seen anybody bring in rice to
Yeah.
work. You know, first thing in the morning, and you know what I mean. So outside, so he was so proud. His team were diversified. Even though she's white, she's eaten Asian.
She has we call it, she has an Asian stomach.
yeah.
Compatible with the Asian stomach. She's a third culture kid.
Yeah,
right?
that is absolutely correct.
Yeah.
How old is she? She's older than
27.
me, right? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, both of them.
Yeah.
What
What's
do
the
you
other
mean,
one called
both of
Matthew?
them?
Andrew.
Andrew and
Where do I get Matthew?
Rachel are twins, no?
No, Rachel's 27, Andrew's 25.
Okay, yeah, 2 years apart.
So you're how old now?
23.
Oh, you're 23. Wow.
It's quite old.
Oh, yeah.
Relatively
Very
speaking. Relatively speaking.
Dare you say that?
Really? You feel it? You feel old?
As in,
Honestly.
I feel
For
way older than I was when I was 21.
But
Maybe
so
it's,
explain that a little bit. Let's stretch that out a bit more for us.
I think it's the graduation thing.
Yeah,
Finish
yeah,
your
yeah,
studies
because-
and then, let's go.
At that age, you're still a student.
Not
you know.
proper student anymore.
I mean, I'm still a student officially now, but
No, okay.
I feel a lot older than the
Oh,
20-year-olds,
than the
19-year-olds.
kids that you know.
So,
Yeah.
yang ini
Yeah, I get that. Yeah. Different generation.
Precisely. What else?
Thank you, Sue. They're all children. Have you grown up that much? Yes.
Oh, thank you.
Now I can try a little bit of the juice. Thank you.
It's lovely.
Why you don't want to try a little bit? You can try.
Any rice for this?
Everything was delicious, guys.
You want to share your cake? Your
Well, it's just a
German?
bit of cookies. Yeah, it's underneath of the tree. Yeah, the. Yeah, great.
And I love the bag.
You can have
Where
it.
did you get? No, I won't be using it, but I won't be using it. But you managed to get a gold one?
Yeah, you can have it. I can.
No.
I can get.
I won't use it. But I'm just saying it's lovely.
You might have put on the same playlist as I did last night as well.
It's yeah, right.
When we were having our Christmas dinner last night, I put on pretty much the same playlist.
Oh really?
I mean, like, there's only like what, 50 Christmas songs or something like that.
That's quite a lot of Christmas songs. But once you've heard
Yeah.
them once, you know, it's like,
Remember them.
I heard this one yesterday.
I heard yesterday. I was catching up on all my Christmas sermons, but there was one group. Oh, it was lovely. They sang all the Christmas songs. Really nice.
Nice.
Carols. You know, in the service, all Christmas carols. Where
That's
nowadays
beautiful.
they don't sing many
Yeah.
Christmas carols, right? Okay, these chocolates do look good. I'll be going back to Marks and Spencer's. I am going back to Marks and Spencer's.
So you went to okay.
I've
So
come here.
these cookies I baked.
Cherries.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, this
and
cookies
the
I
tin,
baked.
you also
And yeah, this one is from Germany. These are the Lebkuchen. This is Lebkuchen.
It's like a German
from
style of
Germany.
gingerbread.
Yeah.
I don't usually like gingerbread, but that's my favorite kind of cookie. So big endorsement for me for the sort of more squidgy ones. These ones.
Do you speak German as well?
Yeah, fluently.
Good. And how about Mandarin?
Mandarin, I can understand conversational Mandarin,
Wow.
but I'm not very good at Mandarin.
So you must be, but in the UK, when there's a lot of Mandarin kids around, you must know what they're saying. Mandarin kids around.
I generally,
Sure, Chinese. The Chinese ones, I mean.
it's different.
Oh.
Yeah, it's different.
Oh, is it? I thought to be similar.
They just speak so like fast.
Yeah.
And it's not like clear.
Can you understand Mandarin?
Yeah.
I'm just looking at you and thinking you're Malaysian. Of course.
Yeah. Sure. No, because like I'm always tan, so like.
Sorry.
Well, yeah. I think.
You're how
I was, he's the only one born here, right? You're not born here, are you?
No, I wasn't.
Yeah. So he's
Oh,
the
your
only
two
one.
kids,
Celebrate.
Aaron and Emily, are not born here.
Aaron's born.
Aaron,
Yeah.
well, not Emily.
Where were you before? Singapore? No.
No, I was in the UK.
Oh, you were in UK. You were in
Yeah.
UK. In London?
Yeah, London. Yeah. I was there for 16 years before I moved over.
Wow.
When you lived in England for 16 years, did you find yourself absorbing or getting used to it, or you're still feeling like a foreigner?
No, I really
Got
got into it.
You were
Yeah.
English
I
in.
still feel more home over there than here.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's just,
17 years.
well, 16, 17. Well, here it's longer. Here's like 20, 21 or something like that.
Well, you've still got home in your blood. Home is
somehow.
home is the UK.
I feel that way. Yeah.
No, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
People say that
thank
these are the important time of year.
Yeah, I guess
Yeah,
so.
so when you are teenagers and those
That's when you go
where
out.
you are, you were considered at home.
Oh,
I don't
wow.
know.
Yeah.
You feel that way, right?
Yeah, but when you're younger, you don't remember
Rachel
that
and
much of
Andrew
the
must
younger
be
time.
Yeah, but your family, your teenagers were rich, I'm sure. Whatever kind of experience it was. Were you bullied? Sorry.
Fortunately, I wasn't
Some
bullied.
fruits.
There's a lot of people in my
You
year
will
got
always
bullied.
have stomach for you.
Because you were Asian.
No, because the bully is my cousin. So
my gosh. Gangster.
Yeah.
So you-
So I've got.
Try the.
Okay, the ghosts, the skeletons are coming out.
uh,
Really? So you were,
This
so
one.
you were looked after.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay, you.
that's slightly different.
Jim was saying, when you used to walking
My
home from
favourite
school.
cooking.
Now living in the country, you walk home from school
Oh yeah, yeah.
before the time.
If you like that.
And with this neighbor who used to beat him up.
Yeah. Oh.
And because he wouldn't beat back, because he's a good Christian boy,
Good.
you don't, his mother warned him, you do not hit anybody.
Oh.
You do not fight back, right? So he never fought back. Until one day, she was walking home with him from the school, and this boy gave him a punch in front of his mother. The mother said, are you just gonna stand there and take that?
You what?
To Jim. The mother said to Jim, Jim has been suffering this bully all this time, giving him a punch on the way home, right? So the mother finally said, are you gonna stand there and take that? You have to fight back. Boom. The end.
We did.
End of the bully.
Yeah.
You would get bullied on the way home from school. We walked. I didn't walk much, but I did walk a few times. Yeah. So, did you get in trouble?
No, really get into trouble. I usually quite
You were quiet. You were the
Yeah.
quiet one.
You get
quiet, do
into
my
trouble?
study.
No.
No, you
No,
get to
not much.
imagine.
No.
He was just a saint all his life.
No.
That's so good.
Oh yeah, you
You were
told us.
protected.
This
right?
one was.
Pardon?
You protected. You were protected.
Oh yeah,
When did
my.
you become a Christian? When did you become a Christian?
Oh, that was when I was about 16, but then I didn't really follow up afterwards. I stopped for a long while. Okay, thanks.
Oh,
Yeah.
did you go to Billy? What's his name? How did you become a Christian at 16?
It was
What's the
some
name?
evangelist.
Evangelist. What's his name from America? Billy
Oh,
Graham.
Billy Graham? No, no, him there. It was some. There was a bunch of like evangelists from Hong Kong. They went over there and somehow
Oh.
meet up with them, and yeah, been with them for
So you meet
Quite a
with the
number.
Hong Kongese people there.
yeah. Well, they're the one that I think they are the one that targeting the school or whatever, the Chinese community.
Oh.
And then yeah, I was with them for a while, but then somehow stopped. And they only pick up when I'm back when they come here. So if I don't come here, I might not ever pick up again. So,
Yeah, I agree.
yeah.
So
I
nice.
agree. Same.
Yeah.
Wow.
You guys go to Kingdom City? No, HTPB. Yeah.
HTPV, yeah.
Do you like it? Do you like your youth groups there?
Yeah, they're friends.
Hmm.
It's great. It's great that you're in the church.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Doris was saying one of her former students performing in your place, right?
Yeah.
Oh no! I'm fine now, thank you.
Yeah.
So we didn't get to go to church on Christmas Day. Jim wasn't feeling well.
Mm.
We did go, but when we went there, the queue was so long. Queue of cars going into
Your church is huge, right?
And
It's
there was a
lovely,
queue
yeah.
of cars going in,
Wow.
and then was a queue of people walking in because we could see the people walking in. And then I said, Jim, if you're not feeling comfortable, because you would have had to stand, so we can go home and catch it online. So we did. We turned around, got home in time to catch it online.
Yeah, right.
And then I saw there was a worship dance in the middle of the worship, and. There's this girl singing and this girl dancing, and then this
Boy.
young boy comes on, and the first person I thought of was you. I said, I've seen that style of dance. I've seen
that
you
you?
do it.
No.
But I
Oh,
thought
okay.
of you because I said, I've seen that dance before. And I said, I was thinking of the ballet school. And then I wondered, I only remembered Leroy. Was there a Leroy?
Leroy?
No, the one I watched for the Sleeping Beauty.
Oh.
Was that him?
I graduated.
You graduated?
No,
He was
Leroy.
so good. My eyes were totally on him.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
What style of dance?
Ballet.
He really wants to
Yeah,
learn
that
ballet.
boy, yeah, I used to learn with him together. They were
Yeah.
Wait, who?
They were both.
thinking.
Wait, he was. Oh
in
yeah,
the
I was
church.
thinking.
Is it? Were you the two of you were dressed in blue at the Sleeping Beauty?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
His name.
Amazing.
Oh.
I never got any dance when I was younger, but the one thing I look back on, I think it's so fun.
No, I never get into
You mean
that.
tap
but,
or ballet, contemporary?
I think ballet is the best for fundamentals, but my favorite style is contemporary. I think it's a bit more like flowing.
Expressive.
Yeah, it's a bit more expressive.
That's what Doris was saying. You can express yourself.
So
Yeah.
he did a K-pop dance
hip hop.
in the Alice Smith school. That day I went on the what I don't know what it was.
In my final year at school,
Wow.
for International Week they do World of Dance, and so I was like, it's my final year. I might as well try and learn a K-pop dance. I spent like 2 hours every day for 3 weeks learning it. It turned out quite
K-pop
well.
dance, I
think.
heard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He wants to learn dance. He actually enrolled to a dance in
Beginner ballet.
ballet. That's why 我有跟你讲是不是上课
I
的时候
love dance. I really like it. I really wish I'd spend more time dancing
Oh,
because I really
okay.
I think it's so fun.
Music
But I
and
don't-
I
dance
wish
go
I
well
could
together.
swim like you, like that when I was young.
Yeah.
I did swimming like because nobody
Yeah.
teach me. I went to the swimming pool, the public swimming pool, and there's a lifeguard there. They saw me swimming like almost like every day, and they taught me free. And freestyle, and then I also learned from like I say why I cannot breathe, you know. Like, and I saw the old lady, the old guys next to me swimming like full and full. How come can swim that long? Then I just follow his pace. Ooh, actually, it's easier. Then I can swim like there and for like. And then I swam the maximum is like 2K.
Wow.
Yeah, because I want to go for the what's it called, the 跨海那种游泳.
Oh,
You know the
cross the
跨海.
ocean crossing.
Yeah, in Hong Kong. You know that there's a harbor, Victoria Harbor there. So they have like these schemes that you can, but you need to at least swim for 22K, then you only can register. So I try to train myself but I couldn't. I missed that. I missed my dream.
Wow. No, Doris is so courageous.
I don't know. I like it. I love everything. I love every.
But not
Thing
ocean,
adventures.
it's open sea, you know. I just have that weird imagination. Don't know what is underneath there. You swim river, I already have problem.
Yeah,
Pool is okay. I know what is there, yeah.
That's me. The mountain's fine, but the river. Or
But actually, you can rise, isn't it? Even 60
not
years
me.
old can rise, isn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah,
To
yeah.
cross. I think I should
Swimming is a very, very
finish that dream. I wasn't finished yet.
The river is. I learned how to swim in a river, in the River Shannon, and it's absolutely filthy. But you don't think about such things when you're a kid.
Yeah, I know.
I think those days were not so filthy than today.
Oh no, there are.
The pollutions are totally different. I remember
It's
first time-
natural pollution.
Yeah,
I would love to try this. You made it?
This one I made. This one I made.
Which one? I want to try.
This one is just the original taste with a bit lemon, and this
Mm-hmm.
one with a bit jam, and this one is vanilla, and this is chocolate nuts.
I want to try the one. Is this the
Yeah.
the one you were
Yeah,
saying?
gingerbread.
This is the
and
German
then
one.
there is one. This one is with the chocolate bliss, and this one is the normal one.
This is German.
Yeah,
That's
this
the
one.
plate there. That's the plate.
What kind of tea is this?
It's English tea, sorry. I'm not good at coffee, so I give up.
Oh, okay.
It's very good. And together with the coffee, it should be good. Carl's favorite is this. It's called vanilla.
You drink tea
Oh,
or
it
not?
looks like a banana.
Yeah.
Oh, it is banana.
I do drink tea,
Okay, yeah,
but
English.
My mother
yeah. I mean, they
every
drink
year,
all the time. It's like,
before
oh,
Christmas,
cup of tea, anyone? Oh yeah, sure, okay.
okay.
But then,
How many times you drink on a day?
well, I mean,
Maximum?
like,
And then she will
twice,
give
I mean, I didn't spend that much time with them, but like once or twice a day they will drink tea.
Yeah.
And then quite early on,
Yeah.
they realized that like usually I left like half of it in the cup, and they were like, "Falk, you don't have to say yes if you don't want to."
Oh
I
no!
was like, "Oh yeah." To be fair, I don't actually.
Green
Do
tea
one
or
kind of fruit, the
Wait,
cherry
what's the
I didn't give you.
tea?
Just-
I don't know.
no,
Mom
no,
didn't
I'm
do it.
okay.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
This is so good.
Which one is so good?
The ginger, but you have to take a little bit by little and let it
And with the tea.
let it linger in your
On the
mouth.
milk as well.
It's
No,
like
this
this.
is perfect.
Yeah. When is Emily graduating this year?
Next year.
How is she finding it?
Okay. This one can. This is worry about the job hate hunting.
Oh, I bet.
Versus history.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's difficult. It's difficult with any degree, to be honest. Except for
But they
like,
don't really look at it. I mean, the people are not just look at the
It's very
your
healthy.
work study.
Nice. Healthy.
Yeah, this one is with the lime taste, and this is also very nice. This one is with the almond. I mean, if you don't have food allergy, I like the vanilla one.
what does she want to work as?
She?
Or is it just kind of anything?
She wants to be a housewife actually.
She did very well with her part time. She did the guide in the
Tower
tower, right?
Bridge.
Oh, how?
Tower Bridge. She was working part time.
Still working there.
Still working there. Yeah, she actually she want to write like journalist. I mean, she want to write.
Good cup of tea.
I always
Okay.
encourage her to
That's
write
right.
more in
Really
an
like
IG.
that.
And then one day she find it like, Mommy, I don't know why I'm
It's
so
not
happy
healthy.
like every day. I see small thing that people asking me
What,
why
you
I'm
mean
always
tea?
happy.
Tea is-
See small thing and I will be happy. I know I should write something like that
Yeah.
to, encourage people to. I think you should go for it. That's you, and you don't need to work so hard for your career. But this is who you are. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
You said to Emily,
Yeah.
I would be going, are you crazy?
No, she's
She's so settled that she wants to get married and settle down.
she want to be a best mom. What's wrong with that? Mary is a
It's the
mom.
best.
It's best.
I don't know. I don't know when you get to this age. If she's got a talent, she has to.
No, she's want to write. I know she wants to write. Want to write something. No, I told you that she's like she always want to write, and then I say one day she find out, Mommy, I know what I want to do. I want to write something, small thing like what made me happy. Like as people around me ask me why I'm always so happy. See, I saw the people walking on the street and they have something and I was really happy. So then I say you should start to writing, but still not yet. So I need
Blog,
to
isn't
encourage
it,
them.
a blog?
Yeah.
I remember when I was probably Emily and Falk's age, I was thinking I must write a book about the sorrows and struggles in teenager. But then I didn't do that job, and now I have forgotten everything already.
The sorrows and struggles of
Teenager.
oh teenager.
It's a rough time.
I'm struggle with them,
Yeah.
Oh, is it? I mean, personally,
Yeah.
really, teenage.
I don't know what's so hard.
I think it depends on your view.
And
I
the
think.
kids.
Everyone grows up slightly differently.
Yeah, I thought teenager is great year. Nothing much to worry
Mine
about.
was so quiet.
A lot of stuff was good, but also a lot of stuff was like,
I think my teenager is the best actually,
Yeah.
because I think I do so many different things, so it occupies my time.
yeah. That was me as well. But I think
I think study
Owen,
was stressful.
have you got anything to add? You were only how old
Just-
anyway? 13, 14?
15.
15. Because you are still the baby, we remember you as the Owen baby.
You're the youngest
You
one
were
of my
staying
all this
forever.
family. Even Jeremy just 1 year older than you.
Like every single.
That came out wrong.
Yeah.
You were what, 15, 16, 17?
Yeah. Because all her friends like their children are always like older than me.
Yeah,
So they
you
all
were
go
the
to
baby.
uni, and then I'm like stuck here.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, life is, you poor child. Bless you. Being the only child.
Yeah.
Mommy and Daddy all to yourself. Bless you, your heart. God bless you. My kids love being the only child.
I think you'll be having a one honeymoon year, Owen.
What?
Do you know why? Because the two are already finished, graduated.
Wait, what?
One honeymoon.
Wait,
Oh, in the UK.
Yeah, in
Oh.
two. Then I will
2 years
less a
time.
burden, Then we can travel a bit with you. Because before we would travel with the other twos, when they were young. And this one like started with me working. I'm so sorry, Owen. It's like working. Like the other two, I'm a full-time mom. But with you, I'm only up to 3 years old. I'm a full-time. But after that, I'm already part-time.
What,
Mom.
what are you working? Are you a dance teacher or do you have other jobs?
I was a dance teacher. No, I was a full-time job in Hong Kong Ballet Company as an education department coordinator. So I do everything like marketing, teaching, and programming. Right budgeting. So everything is I have to do. Yeah, that's my job. Teaching is actually it's my part-time job, not my full-time job. Yeah, that's why I choose arts management in London. So I want to change my field, but end up still going back to my field.
I really salute you.
Arts
I see
management is hard to
the
get
way
into.
how you organize the kids and they are not listening, and you tell them the numbers, you odd number, you do what, you and they don't listen. I was like pulling all my hair out, and when she was doing the CCF kids, and you step in and so listen to teacher chorus. Are you listening? Are you standing in the line? Oh, so stressful.
They just need to have the faith, because even though they don't do it, they seems they're not listening to it, but actually the word is inside their mind, but they just don't physically moving it.
Yeah. Anyways, they did very well.
Yeah.
On
They're
the
so
stage,
cute.
they were I think the best. During the rehearsal, I was like, what they are doing?
Yeah. They organize themselves on stage.
Yeah,
They're so cute.
They put more effort when they're on stage.
They could have stood there and froze,
Oh.
but they carried on. Like some of the kids we put, we had already practiced quite a few times what to do, but they freeze and they forget. But your dancers, not how many times on stage? Was it not even once? I think, twice. And
quite difficult.
they did. I mean, you should have heard the instructions that were going on stage with those little ones. They were instructing one another what to do.
Yeah.
Thea was instructing them what to do. It was so cute. Yeah, I was watching them. I said, when they were going around in a circle, no, this, and then and then when they had to put out their hand like this, one of the girls, she's so young, but she should be in year 3, but she's only looks year 2. One of those girls.
Smaller size. Yeah.
No, she's the bigger size one. She wasn't really following, put out your hand, and the message came from the back. As teachers on the side, we can say nothing, or they didn't know your dance. But it was so lovely to see them working together on stage. They did not freeze. They did their job.
Oh, Falk also teaching as well, right? You're teaching? The
Yeah.
same thing, right? It's also starting to teach
Yeah, they also do
now.
performances and everything.
Oh, so difficult.
How old are the kids? What's the age
I
group?
teach people from like all ages.
Yeah.
So I've taught some kids that were like, I did one class of like 4 to 6 year olds.
Wow.
But-
Really? Wow.
But they can barely read. So
No,
it's
they
like
can.
it's like I
What did you have to do with
Well, I
them?
had to teach them. Well, okay. I'd never taught 4 to 6 year olds before, right? Not singing, right? So I was like, okay, I'm gonna teach them like a famous song from like Hairspray or Nativity or some really famous film that surely they've heard of. And they know. I was like, okay, surely you've watched, Nativity. No, I have no idea.
No.
Like they don't know any songs. I was like, okay, I'm gonna try and
Blah,
teach you
blah,
this.
blah.
Twinkle, twinkle,
Oh
little
my God,
star.
maybe I should have. But then these kids, 4 to 6 year olds, like, there's a rat in your hair, there's a cockroach in your hair. Oh my gosh, and they're like touching my feet and everything. I'm like,
No.
So one class of 4 to 6 year olds, I need to really think about how I teach 4 to 6 year olds if I do it again. But I teach there's
That was
performance
the
where I
end.
taught
They
like
are-
8 to 10-year-olds.
They asked you to leave,
So
right?
I taught them the song, taught them the lyrics for like songs, and they performed actually in one of the big theatres in Edinburgh. That's one of the fun things.
Wow.
And then, which was also my orchestration as well, which was fun. But then I do like I did a couple of youth companies, so putting together shows, an academy where I teach.
Wow.
So it's like a musical theatre academy where actually Fierce Theatre Schools is what it's called. It's probably the most like prestigious theatre academy in Edinburgh, but they have 6 hours, 7 hours. 2 of them is so one of them is group singing, one of them is like solo singing. So they come up like 15 minutes each, and then they sing, and then I give feedback and stuff like that. The other 5 is dance. They do tap, ballet, jazz, contemporary, and I don't know, something else. But so they do like lots and lots of dance. So these are like a theatre academy. So that's really fun. That's a really fun one. And it's also like quite high level, that job. And I work with MD shows for them, so musical direct, which involves making sure they know the harmonies, the singing lines, articulation, everything.
That's not easy, right?
Solo lines, and then I conduct the band, accompany.
But you've
everything.
had no training in singing and all that, or have you?
When I was younger, I did choir.
And so the
I
choir
always
you're
worked in a cappella groups during my time at uni.
Oh.
So while I'm not like necessarily a trained singer, but that's the thing, like musical directors, you're
No,
you're
I'm
not
learning
supposed
from you
to
as
be-
you speak.
Yeah, you're not supposed to be
I'm
a.
checking it in.
You're not supposed to be a. You're not a performer. I'm not a performer. I'm not a singer, but the idea is that you understand how to give the advice that you want. So it's like
Yeah.
for example, if I want someone to sing a certain way, maybe I can say, okay, can you lift your larynx for the second, for example, and then it creates a different sound. But
So
then
you know
I'm
the
using
vocal.
like the historical context of the songs, the meaning, what with how long the phrases are, what the consonants, how I want them to phrase the consonants, how it fits with the music, what the dynamics are, all the different kind of things, and how to, and then eventually I'll be able to give advice on how to sing things like slightly better technically. But like the thing with musical director is, I'm not going to be a jazz pianist. I'm not a professional classical pianist. I'm not a professional like conductor in the same way that conductors are conductors, because you have to do so many things.
Just
But,
ask you,
yeah.
only you?
Huge area.
Only you doing it? Is anyone
Uh,
helping you? Sounds.
Assistance is a big thing. So if I go to London, when I go to London and start, because I think it's what I want to do.
Then you will probably be a
Starting out as assistant, is often where you accompany rehearsals. You also play like keys 2, for example, the second keys part for the show. And then if ever the main musical director is off, for example, or busy, then you're the one to conduct the show and come off and stuff like that. So that's
You want to
generally
be
how
in
it
this
starts.
area?
That's why I want
for
to go
this
to,
moment.
That's why I
right?
had last Thursday a sleepless night. Not even a minute. Just completely went back.
Mm.
You wanted to elaborate a little bit on that?
Well, not really.
Do you want to do a show with me?
What? Where?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
July 1920?
You're not going to be around here.
Yeah.
No, I won't be around, unfortunately.
Yeah.
What show?
Next
what
year.
show is it you're wanting to do?
I was thinking that if you can find feel to do because I'm doing Sleeping Beauty show, but they're doing the intermission.
Mhm.
Then because that is the foyer is really big. You've been to the Calpad, the foyer really big.
Oh, yeah.
So you can actually have a band like there
Mhm.
and then doing the Sleeping Beauty theme.
I mean, I'm definitely not going to be around. Cause
Yeah,
cause
but you're
but that
not there
sounds.
around.
I mean, that sounds right up my alley.
Yeah.
I get musicians together and stuff, and teach the kids. Yeah, that's the kind of thing that we do.
So eventually we move down to London, working one of the show, that kind of thing.
no elaborating.
Oh, I get you.
So he finished with
I get
his
it.
When she's
Master
going?
of Chemistry
Oh,
in July
wow.
this year, right? And then he said to me, Mom, don't want to go to the PhD.
That's not what I said.
Okay, so he got the PhD.
Mommy heard
offer.
it this way.
He got the PhD offer, and he said, I would like to. I would
The
like
PhD
to
offer
try.
was either to start in September 2025 or September 2024.
What's that?
PhD.
Organic
what?
chemistry.
Chemistry.
Organic
Ah,
chemistry. It's a great PhD, great professor.
He becomes a
professor.
science.
Yeah,
You just become a scientist.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
there's no
Become a
just in
scientist,
that.
professor or whatever.
Then you go
But
to
then-
research.
He knew that I was like wanting to
Oh.
consider my options,
What
also like
do
different
you
PhDs
do?
and good. And so he was like, he offered me to start either year, and I was like, wow, that's amazing. Then I started applying for drama schools, and I said, okay, we'll see. I'll take a year out, and then maybe I come back. And
Wow.
Yeah. Now I decided.
You've had such a
You're going to
successful
next
year.
year.
I'm gonna-
Going to do the
You didn't have a
The
boring
music.
year. You had such
the
a
working now
successful
means
year.
you're working.
He's yeah.
I will graduate from my course because I'm doing one master's course at the
In-
Conservatoire in Glasgow.
Oh.
That's
in musical
a.
direction.
What?
Yeah, and I'm graduating. Yeah, graduating in September, and then I'll be.
And then, of course, he needs to tell the professor. Then the professor called him in and reassured him about the offer.
No, I asked for a meeting with the professor,
Okay.
and we talked about what the offer was,
Yeah.
and I decided not to take it.
Okay, cool.
There's a moment. Just let this
But
moment
do you know?
go.
Do you know that like once you step into the art field, the income is considerably lower.
Well, not
Yeah,
lower,
that's the
but it's
reason.
not
Depends.
It's not consistent.
Depends.
not
kind
yeah,
of-
that's
Not-
it.
not a
yeah.
stable.
Yeah, it's not.
Yeah.
It's not stable.
Not
The-
stable, but
you
might
know,
not be low, but
2,000,
not
3,000,
stable.
4,000 pounds a week is quite common for my line of work.
Yeah,
But
just not stable.
It's
That's
just
all.
not stable. Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you're confident, you can
So
keep
he
the
was
work.
at
and
one
fine.
point. I mean, here we are all very,
I can
very
see
close.
him.
This is mommy's
He's
best
gonna have
friend,
a future.
so,
Yeah.
so to say. And daddy is not here, so I can be real of myself, right? Because daddy is my husband is the chorus is always stability.
Thank you.
Terima kasih banyak.
Hi. Hey.
Yeah. So always
Oh, this is
stable, and security is always my husband's. What he wants for
Yeah.
us
That's
and
the
for
older
children.
generation.
So he definitely wants
Mentality,
the
isn't it?
children.
You spent too long in the UK.
PhD and all these kind of things. So when he says,
You understand?
I wanted to do a music for a year because I never studied and everybody says I'm very good and I really like music. Can I please go for 1 year, right? Last year. And then for this year's study, I feel like, okay, he has 5 years master, he did it within 4 years. So he saved 1 year. So I said to myself, let him go for 1 year, right? And then he gave 1 year, he said you wanted to do the work, not to go back to the PhD. I was like, what? Yeah, it's quite, and then at one point we were not very happy about it. And he was saying, why is everybody congratulate me and say you really made it and great Falk and so glad and you cannot be happy for me. And I said, because I'm your mother. And one day you are going to become a father and you are going to become a husband and you need to raise your family with the stability. And so, yeah, this job is quite a challenge kind of thing, yeah. But
It's different because he has master in what's that
He
in
has the qualification.
Chemistry.
MD.
no, he also have a degree in the
I've got the
Chemistry.
lingo now.
so it's not many have that 2 degree. It's like totally different. That when I was in my degree in my uni there, the teacher, the musician said that the most clever people are the musician because they need to the number, they need to put it into physical.
Mm-hmm.
So it's actually very, very clever musician if they are successful.
yeah.
Mm.
So anyway, my argument is, I want my children to enjoy what they are doing.
Yeah.
And I think if he can make it, I think, my dream is that he will be stable, supply the family, and at the same time, I never think that he would stop music. And I always think that he would enjoy music. But my argument is, if God has given him the talent, and if he really enjoys the music, and if the music can be a profession, why not to have all things together? But I also told him, I said, we will reassess after 3 years. If you're not successful, then maybe also need to go back to work and then put the music as a interest.
I like you give him the freedom and also the time frame so that he
You
won't
can resist.
he will be keep in track because I know that some musicians they will be off the track because it's really difficult in art field.
Yeah.
So they lost of the faith and the motivation and
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
so
yeah.
they end up they go back to something the original art.
But I'm sure you've done the research.
Yes, I have done a lot of research.
I know this generation. You won't go blindly.
I
into
have talked
something.
to over 50 PhD students and professors, and I've also talked to over 25 professional MDs. Like, I have done my research.
And they all love it.
And
The
they all,
MDs.
yeah. And the thing
He
is,
has
like,
he has
I've
a
researched so
spreadsheet
much,
with the
so
pros
much
and
about
cons.
it, right? And it's like, you know, there's so many pros and I mean, there are so many pros and cons. I could go into it, but like, yeah, I don't, you know, there's so many pros and cons to it. And like, as you said, I do still have a master in chemistry.
Yeah.
So while I can't, you
That's
know,
why I said
you know, if I did a PhD and then go to music, I'd have a more guaranteed way back to chemistry. But I still do have a master. It's like, if with a PhD, it would be a higher qualification. I'd be 3.5 years behind. I'd lose momentum coming out of music school to go to London. All the contacts right now, they're wanting to give me jobs in London, and that wouldn't be the case in 3.5 years. Like, you know, even half a year ago, I called the musical director, and I was considering, oh, I don't know, you know, I don't really know what to do with my life. Whether I want to go into chemistry and whether I want to. He was like, first of all, he said, like,
You lost
I can't,
connection.
I'm very surprised that you're considering music. Even especially since I was already in a placement for chemistry, right? But he
Yeah.
also said to me, you know, if you move to London, there's actually a school right now, and they're needing a musical director for the evenings. Like, you know, if you come to London, I'll give you the job. Like, already I had job offers, and this was before I even started RCS. So it's like, it's not like, yeah, yes, I have done a lot of research.
Therefore, I in the end I told him, I said, you know, I don't know, I don't know whether this way is the way, and it's a good way, but I know that if you wanted to try, I feel like it's best to try now because he doesn't have a
Yeah,
family,
yeah.
he doesn't have, you know,
Yeah.
even not a girlfriend, so he's free to try.
I agree.
The energy, because later on, if you are, you know,
Tied down.
kind of stable and with families, it's harder.
Yeah, because it's an anti-social hours. Oh no, your
Yeah.
students in the afternoon are not, right?
So I
Yeah,
said,
not necessarily.
as a mother, I just, you know, give
Yeah,
you the
what
blessing,
you have-
and we are on this journey
You can do
together to
many
support
things
you. Yeah.
in that. You have a broad umbrella, I think.
Yes, and a large part of the career I'm going into is being slightly flexible.
If
So if I'm in a job, if I'm on a contract, I'll be working, you know, 30, 40 hours a week. Not even that. I mean, you know, for the working hours, for example, to do a show in the evening, you know, 5 to 10 o'clock on most days. It's not necessarily social, like it's not like
Yeah.
9 to 5, but it's like the hours are relatively short for how much money you get, so to speak.
So you can look after your children.
And then there's other
while
times
your
where I
wife is
can.
going work.
There's other
And
times
then
where I can like
work
teach at
life.
academies.
Yeah,
When
I
I'm
can
not
see you
in
be
jobs and stuff
doing
like that.
teaching academies.
Yeah,
And then
it's a common.
it'll be
job.
teaching, yeah, and then the part-time is the fun. The fun thing is your arrangement. But I said, I can imagine you're going to be in all that world.
Yeah, I
You're
mean it's
going
London.
to
It's
be
like the West
wanted.
End. It's like
Mm.
it's very
Schools are
exciting.
going to want you.
I have a very
Universities are going to want him.
yeah, like academies. you
So
know,
is that
they all want me
3
already, so-
years
Yeah.
you are not on the top of the West Band and then go back to your PhD.
The thing is, then will you be able
You
to
said 5
teach in
years.
universities if you want to go that way?
Yeah,
Yeah, he can because
do you?
master.
and a lot of
No, you have to apply for the education.
The
that is
diploma.
that is to actually become like a full-time teacher.
Oh.
But a lot of the music directors, they go into like university arts academies like Arts Ed, Italian Conti, you know, places like that, and they will musical direct the students. So you know, if I'm working as a musical director in London, maybe 1 day a week,
Oh my gosh.
for example, I will come up to Scotland to
Yes.
go to the RCS and be the musical director for the students.
Yeah. See you can see the
stuff
doors
like that.
opening up in that
Yeah,
area.
because when he's
Because you already could see ding ding ding
PhD.
what he could do for you. So it'll be a ding 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 everywhere.
No, but,
right?
but that's exactly the kind of thing, and that's why it's not necessary. Like I will always be looking for a job,
Yeah, you can go
That
to
is
look
true.
for China and then you
Okay.
can
and then
stay
there's
at home.
opportunities in
Buy
China.
the
There's
tickets.
opportunities in South Korea.
You got a beer.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Opportunities in China.
You know, Germany has great opportunities
Yeah.
for musical
You
theatre as
don't
well, and I
have-
speak the language as well. Like to
Yeah.
have a UK education in musical theatre as a musical director, and also be able to speak the German language
Yeah.
would be very valuable.
You'll be able to.
We've got a
collaborate.
friend like he's pianist as well. Is working before he study what's that called? He study what law or something
Uh-huh.
or architecture.
Uh-huh.
Then
Must be
the family also are very genetically like good in musical. So his brother is also doing in the music school. I can't remember.
Yeah. And what did he studied? What, performance classical piano?
Yeah, and then he suddenly after 1 year,
Yeah.
and then his brother introduced him to the schoolmaster.
Yeah.
Then the master encouraged him. You should do the piano, you know. Like,
Yeah.
then he went to piano and he graduated, and then he worked in Hamburg. Is it Hamburg or Stuttgart Ballet Company?
Oh, brilliant! As like a repertoire.
Then he doesn't like it at all because
Yeah.
he had to play according to
Yep.
the steps, not
Yep.
according to the music, right?
Yep.
So then he changed into the tour manager. So tour in Asia, bring the company to that's the time that China and Hong Kong and Asia and Japan all has a Stuttgart ballet company. That's he bought it in. He makes tons of money. Yeah, but now he's just retired, semi-retired
Oh,
in
good.
Germany.
That's amazing.
He
How
studied
old
in
is he?
Germany. He's 60 plus. Is it 60 plus, right?
Something.
Almost 70.
That one, to make it as someone who, well, I suppose that he's benefited from
So
having done
excited.
or at least having been exposed to sort of the academic, having a degree, and then someone do the, but performance piano is like much harder to get a job with than my line of work. Because my line is, I do a lot more than just play piano. And performance piano is so competitive.
Yeah, so competitive. But he's good, you know.
Oh, I mean, amazing that what he, like, that is really hard to do. Like, if I was to become a performance pianist, these conversations would be very, very different. Because that is really cutthroat, and you can
Anyway,
very
so
rarely,
he
almost
You
poured-
need
never
also
find a job.
He poured
network,
out
not just about brilliant. You need network.
spreadsheet and told me
Oh.
head and toe, and I was turning to himself. I said, I just don't want this to be an impulsive decision, right? So if he's so think through and everything, and
What
then
about
yeah, just don't know what.
But
my
if
husband-
he study PhD, then the network will be closed really after 1 year. No one will come in and ask him.
Nothing is ever really closed.
Yeah.
Like,
Mostly.
you
there's
have to
always
keep
ways
in
back.
contact.
But like,
yeah,
initially I thought that if I did a PhD, it would be easier to come back into music.
Really.
But then, like, looking at it, I actually
No.
think it might be easier the other way around.
Yeah.
Because
It's black and white.
it is, and it's interesting. I mean, you know,
then you go back
both
to
ways are
PhD.
possible.
Both
Yeah.
ways are also.
But-
Your
it's-
passion,
it's
you're
amazing.
look,
PhD also.
you're so
No,
passionate
agree,
about
yeah.
music.
But I do also love chemistry. Like, it's not
do
that
you?
I love chemistry.
That's the thing,
I really
yeah.
enjoyed it. That's why the decision was hard. It's like both options were great.
You
really.
love it.
I love.
Yeah,
I love.
it's
But you're
not-
talking non-stop about, well, I guess if you wanted
This is
chemistry.
what all my friends always said. Whenever, like, all my chemistry friends, they were obviously I'm very passionate about chemistry. And then, like, at parties and stuff, I'd start talking about music, and it's like, you know,
You're
clearly this is what you're passionate about. But there's also bits of it that I don't like. Like, there are many aspects of musical direction that I don't really like the amount of networking, and there's also like quite a lot of pretending.
Yeah.
You have to like put on like, oh yeah, I love this style of music. Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
It's entertainment. You have to.
Yeah, there's a little bit of pretense. There's also
Yeah.
like
And
I
that's
don't
definitely
love.
not your thing, right?
Sometimes, but the thing is, like, in the end, you're going to be asked to do a job. It's not like I'm studying chemistry and then I go, you know, in my evenings, go MD a show. Even if I'm getting paid, if it's like your job, you can't get so invested into it. You know, one of the things I learned at university was two really interesting things I learned. First of all, is like to be the musical director rather than acting like a musical director. Because when I
You
was
have
in
to take
university,
charge.
I was very much like playing the musical director and being like interactive.
I
and stuff
know,
like that.
but you will find this challenge when you're drop in
Yes.
hand there.
And
This is
a lot of
when it's
people
a-
are
let's
not
say-
going to like you.
and let's say I'm doing a show that I don't really like. Like, that's all part of it.
I don't really like teaching actually. I'm teaching because when you're teaching, you have to be like logically systemized to teach them. But if you're dance, you're playing music, you don't. You just enjoy that moment. Even the small mistake that it's different.
Part of it, yeah.
It's different. So if you lose the enjoyment of dancing because you're teaching. So when
That's
you're
why
something
when
you
come to
don't like that
exam,
piece, you
I
still
don't
need
like
to
to teach because
may
of the pressure.
MD it.
Otherwise,
I can
it's
still,
a beautiful
because the thing is, like,
language.
what I believe is
So
music.
tempted.
Tell me to stop talking when you want me to.
考试就好。
With music, all forms of music are written with like creativity and passion. So it's like looking at like, oh, why did he write these things the way they do? And that's all about like communicating it. Okay, and this is how I want you to perform. intentions,
Recommendation.
storyline, song, I pick the songs, how that fits within everything.
Where's the cover?
Yeah.
So it's quite good.
So you will know. Yeah.
Look for the names.
Go to the adventures will and I was just like suddenly the image come to me that now the movie, you know, the door open and go to the magical world. That's you are going now.
Yeah, and that's also like
What's that movie called?
The
Nareen.
closet.
Narnia.
Ah, Narnia.
The
Remember that one. You know, the door open
wardrobe.
and then Falk is going to that.
But it's like,
Watch out.
if I did
Okay, play
chemistry,
that music.
Yeah. If I did chemistry, it's like, okay, you do chemistry. Like okay, you got a 9 to 5. You're stable. Even if it's interesting chemistry, I do music on the side. But if I go to music, it's like, it's exciting. There's going to be times, obviously, where I'm like, oh my gosh, what is my next job? But then also like, you know, I'm doing things that I'm really passionate about, like this music, and I'm exposing myself, and it's like, it's more like exciting for life. I think.
Yes.
So we'll talk
And that's
about
the
this
main
after
thing
3
for me.
years, okay?
Yeah.
For me, that's the main thing.
Yeah. Yes, exactly.
Well, there is good thing and bad thing for every job, really.
Yeah, that's why.
That's why you just have to take the kid as a whole package.
But this our arts job is more like
Same,
you know, but the job that we had, like the money, the time we spend is not the money that we can get as the same as a banker or whatever, you know.
Chemistry will never make as much as a bank.
You know that,
My-
that
my-
kind of thing.
My line of chemistry was never going to make like
会烧起来了。
tons and tons of money.
How
Well,
could
you never
you
know.
say that?
You
You
might
never
have,
know.
you know, try to invent something.
What if
from
I?
chemistry.
Well, yes. If I invent something and patent it, maybe.
Yeah,
but like,
patent it. So
you know,
that's fine.
to become
But you
maybe
see-
if I become a boss of like a research group in the industry or
Yeah.
something, then maybe I can get towards like 100K. But like
Or even more,
most
maybe.
chemistry jobs are like 30,
Yeah,
40,
you're
50.
right. You're right. You already researched that was the maximum that you could get,
Yeah.
right? Isn't it?
It's
Yeah.
not
So
like it's not
compared
like
to
law. It's not like
then
dentistry.
you don't
it's not like
have-
medicine.
That's why my argument is
That you don't have
know,
the
if you
excitement of
have
life.
that, yeah, exactly. You have that amount
Also,
of money as an
I don't
income,
have much money.
and then you
At the
still
moment.
need
Maybe
to find
that
something
might change in 20 years.
entertainment
Maybe.
that
But
you
like,
find interesting. This
well and
is
truly-
already together. Why not to try?
It's a different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a different because you are the
Yeah, so
man
that's
and
what
I'm
I
the
would be.
woman.
Mm.
You're the man, I'm the woman. I'm not the main, you know, of the.
Understand?
Of the
Yeah.
woman.
You will be a father. You will be a husband, and then we will talk about this.
That's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I still have my husband back up me, you know. That's the difference between men and women.
Totally different. Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, the
But
Lord
not-
maybe give you someone who, you know, bring tons and tons of money. It could be also. You never know.
Yeah, you never
But
know.
also, to be content in life is to be
It's
the
not
most
only-
important,
Yeah.
right? It's the contentment in life, and I see the passion. And when you have that kind of passion, it's to keep. So long as you're not the kind of person that gets down in the dumps or depressed.